You to be so quiet when you come to visit.
I couldn't be better.
Did you wake up with a glitch this morning, Ulrich? The storm has already taken so many lives, and now you're planning to intentionally bring another one upon us?
Quit your worrying, Jonathan. The artificial storm will be under strict control, and you're not even on the research team. Besides, there are some issues we still need to fix, so we've come to a bit of a standstill for now. I promise you won't wake up to find the building engulfed by the storm.
Sorry? Are you saying that you've already started?
Ulrich, I have to warn you. Ever since you found that satellite, you've been pushing past the limits of Laplace's regulations. You've accessed materials from other branches, used valuable resources for your own purposes, and run experiments without proper clearance.
What baseless claims, Penelope? I'll have you know that everything I've done has been approved by the HQ director.
Director? We don't have a damn director!
But we do have a substitute director, so there.
For the last time, I'm not the substitute director. No one can substitute for Madame Lucy. But let's set that aside. We're here to figure out what to do with the satellite, not to stage an intervention for Ulrich.
The solution's as clear as day, my friends. We'll do exactly what they did in Plisetsk during the third storm. Find someone brave and send them into space.
He's right. Why don't we just build another satellite and see how it handles the storm?
Wow, what an amazing idea! Truly a stroke of genius. So, we're talking about a controlled experiment, right? That means we'll send not just one, but dozens of satellites, all carrying different items.
What's the problem with that?
Oh, nothing. The budget team will be thrilled at the idea. Here's a better one. We sit tight and wait till the storm sends us back to 1995. And bingo! Surprise! There's our satellite, orbiting around the Earth once again.
Medicine Pocket, please mind your tone in the meeting room.
Oh, sure. Just as soon as they stop trying to waste all our research funds.
I'm with researcher Medicine Pocket here. There's no need to launch more satellites. We should be focusing on the artificial storm project. The project has made substantial progress. I have collected every item that was once on the regular satellite, including the space seeds from Plesetsk. You have no idea how difficult that was, let me tell you. It was easier to get Regulus's record.
Still, you probably didn't need to steal it, Ulrich.
You say that, but I've heard that it isn't going all that smoothly. Accelerating the reaction of asymmetrical nuclide R with fixed-frequency sound waves so as to stimulate the storm. It sounds impressive, but what's the payoff? Have you found the key material that provides immunity from the storm?
Good point, Lucas. I never claimed the experiment was perfect. In fact, I'll be the first to admit that it has some serious procedural flaws.
Huh?
Through 26 microscale artificial storms, I tested 7 different space seeds, an astronomical spectrometer, a high-speed photometer, some obsidian crystals, and a Lycopus lucidus talisman. None of them endured the trials.
Then what do we do now? Just give up?
No! But I have used all the asymmetrical nuclide R that we had in the warehouse.
What?
Sit down, medicine pocket. Jonathan, go get some stress ball.
No! I can shout all I want, okay, substitute director? Ulrich! All the asymmetrical nuclide R, it's all gone?
I had to use it. It's just standard consumption, like in any other experiment. And I got results.
With that amount of resources, of course you'd find something, dumbass. Even a broken clock's right twice a day. Keep at it if you want. You're gonna smash that dead end head on.
I don't see why you're commenting on my work. We're not even in the same department.
Because you used my materials! That was most of the nuclide R from both Laplace and the Foundation! You have to be kidding me! You get all you want while I'm here like some chump filling out endless forms just to get a few drops! Next time, just give me the funds and nuclide, and I'll be more than happy to run a few laps in the storm with that crap from the satellite and see what happens.
We would never endanger the life of a researcher like that.
That's why we should launch another satellite. No need to risk anyone's life, especially since we got plenty of colleagues with aeronautics experience.
Can't do that. Our best space expert is still in the Laplace care unit.
So, Ulrich, what's the next step with your experiment?
I'm taking it outside, of course. The richest deposits of asymmetrical nuclide R aren't in the lab or the Foundation's warehouse. They're out there in the real world. We've been overlooking how the density of nuclide R has affected our experiment results.
Come on, Ulrich, that's just an excuse. Where would you find a higher nuclide R density than in a Laplace lab?
That might be the exact problem. The environment here is too controlled, too clean. The storm has never been the manifestation of order, but of chaos.
And how exactly do you plan on finding chaos?
Everyone, please! If we just sit here arguing instead of getting out there and doing something, those sneaky researchers at Institutum Lawrence are going to get ahead of us!
Lawrence. That strange secret society?
Let's see what kind of bull they're spouting this time.
No medicine pocket, just toss the letter into the shredder. Ladies and gentlemen, my apologies for interrupting your debate. The St. Pavlov Foundation has passed a new resolution.
Miss Simone, did you just say something about the Foundation? Are we not moving off topic? We were discussing our efforts to identify substances immune to the storm. What is all this about the Foundation?
No idea, but it's sure to be the most cheerful, positive, wonderful news. That'll teach you to run Madam Buckethead out of town. Now it's going to be those Foundation dimwits calling the shots. Ha!
I won't stand for the Foundation ordering Laplace around. I'll set things straight with them later. You have my word. In fact, Miss Simone, you may relay my message now.
I understand your concerns, Mr. Enigma, but given our present circumstances, the Foundation's involvement may have a bright side. The resolution the Foundation relayed to me was principally concerned with your artificial storm project, Mr. Ulrich.
Huh?
What? Did you switch gears on us, Ulrich?
For Flux's sake! All I did was ask for a little support.
Speaking of, the Foundation also sent through their approval for your other requests. Mostly anyway. They agreed to supply the majority of your requested materials, including replenishing a portion of our asymmetrical nuclide R, and they've dispatched field investigators to assist us. Additionally, they've done preliminary screenings on the locations you mentioned and confirmed they meet the specifications of our experiments.
The Foundation has never been this generous with us before. Huh.
Don't go popping the champagne just yet, Ulrich! Our new bosses aren't going to come anywhere close to replacing all the asymmetrical nuclide R you've wasted.
Still, it's all too easy. What's the catch?
They want to witness our results, firsthand.
Deal. Someone, anyone, take down the minutes.
They also sent over another possible location that they haven't been able to confirm. A ship. The Foundation has requested that you investigate it personally. The Timekeeper will brief you on the details.
Fine, fish tank. You're off the hook for now. Just so we're clear, you're not planning to smuggle out my treasure, right?
I wouldn't think of it.
Fab. And you're not angling that I foot the bill for this excursion, right?
The Foundation's intel appears accurate. After some preliminary checks, I am certain this will be an ideal locale to conduct our experiments. I've never seen such intense readings of asymmetrical nuclide R outside of the storm.
Now hold on a minute, Ulrich. You're not about to take a swim, are you?
Only if necessary.
With my record? You've got to be off your rocker, mate.
Not at all. It's time it was returned to its rightful owner.
Oh, my darling. Oh, my treasure. Welcome home. Oh, I'll broadcast your tracks on Radio Apple for 72 hours straight and hold the rockinest party ever just for you. Oh, you've got my word. Hold on. You're not about to withhold my funds, are you?
Fret not, Regulus. Given its special significance to you, we made its composition analysis our first priority. Now that the first step is done, I'm more than happy to return it to you.
But what about your experiments?
Not to worry. I've already made arrangements. We went to great lengths to ensure these replicas were identical in every way. We even reproduced the ink used in the signature. Identical down to their heart and soul, courtesy of Laplace craftsmanship. We've achieved complete consistency in both composition and appearance.
What? Well, I've got to hand it to you. They're dead ringers for the real thing. But this is piracy. And not the fun kind. Musical piracy.
Drastic times call for drastic measures. I hope you'll find it in your heart to forgive us, Regulus.
Oh, Miss Vitutu. I hadn't expected you to visit. I must say it's a welcome relief from the onslaught of greedy businessmen and boorish officials. All puff and no substance. Bloated, lifeless. They remind me of a few specimens of decay from my collection.
Decaying specimens? Miss Grace, you mean body?
Hush. Let's just leave things at that. So then, you're here to talk about something else? Go ahead.
Yes, Miss Grace. I just wanted some advice, if you don't mind.
Not at all, my dear. We are friends, aren't we? We are venturing into the unknown, so it is little surprise that you feel lost. But disorientation is a dangerous enemy. I am more than happy to help. Relax and keep an open mind, dear. We have a long night ahead.
The thing is, I tried to ignore the outside world, just like you said, but I failed. The idea of raising a spear against people I know so little about, even if it was to avenge my home. I felt I had to learn more about these outsiders, to understand them. I'm sorry I went against your advice. I thought that learning about them would harden my resolve. I thought that I would hate them from the depths of my soul, that the hatred would be so strong that I'd feel no remorse, that I would see in them what you and Manus Vindictae do. But instead, after interacting with the people here,
But Tutu, my dear, there's no shame in having second thoughts. How could you not? This was but your first glimpse of a world so much wider than you knew. But you'll soon realize that it is nothing more than a dying corpse, its lungs still clinging on to its last breath. The face rots first, you know. It's a nasty scene, I assure you. Those shrinking, putrefying eyeballs are always a headache for taxidermists. Next, the chest cavity. It rots out from the inside, bloating with noxious gases produced by its decomposing flesh, until it's ready to pop like a party balloon. Even at this stage, if you were to hold your breath and look only to the limbs, you might marvel at the artisanship. Such a perfect creation. Yet it dies all the same. So it goes. Do you see the world any clearer now? Take your time. Think it through.
The outsiders are different from what I expected. Miss Grace, are you sure they're truly evil?
They are cunning, menacing, and at times have even been known to engage in eavesdropping.
Miss Grace, watch out! It's some kind of monster!
Huh?
It's here! I'll protect you, Miss Grace! Is it dead? Oh, it's you, Barcarola.
Miss Barcarola, what a pleasure to see you.
Have you lost your mind, Fatutu? I've been looking all over the ship for you to thank you for the lamps you made. This is a funny way of saying you're welcome. Not even the rudest student in Cremona would attack someone for saying thanks.
Cremona? Where's that?
That's really not what matters here.
Settle down, please, ladies. This was only a small misunderstanding, wasn't it? As both your captain and your friend, I hope that you might be able to resolve this. I do believe I could see you two becoming fast friends. Fatutu here is eager to learn about the outside world. And I'm sure you must have many stories to share, don't you? Consider it a favor, in exchange for those sea mother's eyes. Why don't you take a seat, Miss Barcarola? You were quick to gloss over your hometown. Cremona, wasn't it?
Cremona, the city of violins, as they say. See, I was born in that awful, dreary old place. But I don't like to talk about it, Miss Grace.
But it sounds like you still miss your home. So why speak of it that way? Is there something wrong with it? In Nukuteao, when we find something rotted in our village, we wrap it up in stinky grass and throw it in the ocean. Do you outsiders not do this as well?
Well, it's not completely rotted exactly. It's just... In Cremona, everything is bound up with the violin. How it's made, how it's played, even the science of it. It fills the air and every conversation. You can't walk to the trattoria without tripping over a virtuoso. They come from Rome, Berlin, London, New York, Nairobi, Tokyo, Uppsala, people from far and wide, all crammed into one town. Not a day goes by without a concert, a symphony, or a festival musicale.
Am I misunderstanding you? Because to the Nukatai, the idea of a place with music and festivals every day sounds very... fun.
That's where you're wrong, Signora. It's no fun at all. At least, for me. To be Cremonese is to take pride in its music, its history, and above all, its violins. And you must learn to love the violin, the viola, the violoncello, and the bass, because there is nothing else. Every quartet is a string quartet. Every concerto is Vivaldi. Strings, strings, strings. The monotony is unbearable. The world has so very many instruments as diverse and as varied as the people that fill it. Even the shell around your neck could sing if you knew just where to tap it. But not in Cremona. That's why I speak of it that way, Fatutu. Because if I had stayed there, I would never have seen the music of the world and its instruments, and my crackling box would never have been able to know their sounds.
The Nukatai don't have many instruments. Not so many as you anyway. But we were never bored with what we had. I'm certain that your island holds great beauty beyond its music. If ever we grow tired of singing and dancing, we'd go searching for shells or swimming in the reefs.
You still have much to learn about the world beyond your islands. Then you have no intention of ever returning home, Miss Barcarola? Return? No, never. They're too set in their ways, like old fossils. My vision of music grew beyond them, and I did too. I won't force myself back into their little world! Your determination is admirable indeed. Glad to hear it. Then my position is safe for another day. How could it not be? You are the very star of the free breeze. Uh-huh.
What about you, Miss Grace? You've never told us about your home.
It's a place of little interest to anyone. Not even worthy of naming. They say a musician must be free of attachments to be truly creative. Perhaps this is true of captains as well.
No, that can't be right. The new Gutai believe that to stray from our home is the death of the spirit. If we travel too far and too long, our spirit shells develop cracks that no amount of Nuku glue can mend. And from these cracks come an intense sadness. The elders call it homesick.
Homesickness. See, we have this word as well. The sailors aboard often ask me to play the songs of their youth when they're missing their homes. So many different melodies. Thankfully, my crackling box has all kinds of instruments to suit their needs. I imagine it must be difficult for your people now. If you'd like, I could learn to play some of your songs and perform them. I'd be more than happy to help after all you've done.
That's kind of you. I'm sure it'll be of great help to us.
I'm more than happy to help, Patutu. It is my job after all. It appears the sun has caught up with us, ladies. Mamma mia! The concert! I promised Signora Regulus a rock and roll concert, but I haven't even asked her what instruments she needs. Ciao, ragazze!
Thank you for talking with us, Miss Grace.
Don't mention it. I only hope that it was helpful for you.
I have one last question. I was wondering, how do you stay so determined?